What's up? I'm Miranda with REI, and today I'm going to talk about my 5 most commonly used knots for climbing. Now, I'm not going to talk about the figure 8 follow-through that I use to tie into a harness. We have a whole separate video on that, but these are the 5 knots that I use most commonly. So the first knot is not a knot at all, it's actually a hitch, and this is the clove hitch. Clove hitch is most commonly used when you want to go direct into an anchor, as it's easy to do and it's easy to take out. So there's 2 different ways of tying the clove hitch, and the first is going to use 2 hands. This is the most common way. So I'll go ahead and take my right hand and cross the rope over the rope in my left hand, and I'm going to do that again, the same direction. And then I'll take this second loop and pass it underneath the first loop. From there, I'll take my carabiner and clip it through both of the loops. And I'm just going to go ahead and tighten everything down to tighten up the hitch. And from here, you can see that if I pull on this side, it's not going to come loose. If I pull on this side, it's not going to come loose. So that is the clove hitch. So the next knot is the figure 8 on a bite. Figure 8 follow-through is used to tie yourself into a harness, and then the figure 8 on the bite is great if you need to tie into the middle of the rope, or I also use it when I'm cleaning an anchor and I'm going to lower from the anchor. So to tie the figure 8 on a bite, you'll take out a bite of rope or a loop of rope like this. Then you're going to tie it just like you do a figure 8 when you're tying in. You will make a ghost, you will choke the ghost, and then poke him in the eye. There's your figure 8 on a bite. So the next knot is the barrel knot. So this is often used to tie at the end of your rope so that the rope won't pass through the belay device as you are rappelling or belaying someone. And an easy way to tie this is on your palm. So I'll take the loose end of rope here and wrap it over my palm. And then I'm going to take that end and go back towards my thumb once, back towards my thumb twice, and then take this end of rope and thread it through all 3 loops on my hand towards my fingers. Then I can slide my hand out and pull it tight. And that's the barrel knot. The next knot is the double fisherman's. So you might be familiar with the double fisherman's as a stopper knot when you're tying into your harness after you've done the figure 8, but it can also be used to join a strand of cord into a loop. So now we're going to show you how to tie the double fisherman's. So to use the double fisherman's to join your cord in a loop, you'll first want to start with both ends of the rope facing opposite directions. So an easy way to do this is to hold one end of the cord in your hand like this, and then you'll take the other end and you'll wrap it around your thumb and the standing cord. Go ahead and make an X, and then take that loose end of rope and pass it through both loops and pull it tight. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So we'll hold on to that cord, take the loose end, wrap it around your thumb and the standing end, wrap it around again to make an X, and then go ahead and pass the loose end of the cord through both loops. And then when you go ahead and pull this tight, you should have a neat knot for 2 double fishermen's, 4 ropes in a line. And that's the double fishermen's. So the last knot is the prusik hitch. The prusik hitch is a friction hitch, which means that it slides when there's no weight on it, and then it will not slide when you weight it. This is most often used as a backup to a rappel or a belay. So to tie the prusik hitch, you'll take your loop of cord that you made with your double fishermen's, and I'm going to take the knot in one hand, just slightly offset, and then pass the other end of the rope, or other end of the cord, underneath my rope in this instance. We'll take this knot and we'll pass it through this loop, and we're going to do that probably like 2 or 3 more times. From here, I'll take this joiner knot and pass it through this loop that we passed underneath our rope. And then we're going to go ahead and dress this hitch, basically tighten it down, make sure that it looks clean. There we go. That is the prusik hitch. The prusik hitch is cool because it will slide on the rope when there's no weight on it, but then if you put weight on it, it's not going to move in either direction. If you're using cords that are of really different diameters, you're going to get more bite into the rope, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. And it's a good idea when you tie this knot to offset your joiner knot just a little bit so that you don't have your carabiner or your point of weight sitting directly on that knot. And that is the prusik hitch. That's it for my 5 most commonly used climbing knots. Check out our other videos, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you out there.